Okay, so this time I want to talk about something that probably a lot of you have heard about for a while now if you've been in the occult community and you've done your own rituals and experimented with magic and read certain magical books. I'm going to talk about vibrating. Vibrating your voice, words of power, and maybe in a way you never thought about it before. So, the way that I was taught is that as you vibrate the words, depending on the effects that you want, you do it a certain way. And also that you do the spell, you do the specific technique of vibrating 3 different times. Once in your head, as many times as you want, you feel, until you get the charge. Once in a whisper, and once out loud. You do it in your head because that represents the mental plane, a part of the manifestation. According to Hermetics, everything starts on the mental plane and then goes to the astral plane. And eventually, if given enough power and impetus, it manifests on the physical plane. So, you vibrate either the word of power or the spirit's name in your head. Then you do it in a whisper, and then you do it out loud. I don't just do it usually 3 times like that. Like, I'll start in my head and do it enough times to where I feel there's a charge built up. And if you work with energy, as you work with energy, you'll definitely feel a change, a charge of energy, or a change in the atmosphere, in your room, in your temple, wherever you're doing the rite. Outside, around you, within your sacred space that you've made, within your stone circle, or your rope, or circle, or whatever you're using. But not only do you vibrate how they normally tell you, how I was taught, is that if you want to evoke the power or the spirit around you into a ritual, then as you vibrate, you're going to imagine that everything around you is vibrating as you vibrate the name. So let's say if you were in your room, in your temple, and you vibrate in your head a certain spirit. Let's say you wanted to call upon Raphael, the Archangel Raphael, for whatever reason. You're doing Kabbalistic magic, you want to heal yourself or somebody. So you're going to vibrate like normal. And as you do that vibration, you're going to feel your entire temple, everything in it vibrating. You're going to imagine it vibrating with you, with your voice. And ideally, the entire universe. And if you're able to do this, or when you're able to do this, you should feel a definite increase in the intensity and the power of your ability to call upon either a certain quality into the ritual chamber or into the ritual space or wherever you're at. You should definitely feel an increase in it than doing it just by vibrating the name itself. So you do it in your head as many times as you feel is right, according to your higher self and your inner knowing. You do it in a whisper, and you do it out loud. Now, if you are invoking the powers, or the spirit's power, you're going to do the same thing, but instead of having it vibrate around you, you're going to feel it vibrate through your entire being, through your astral body, through your energetic body, whatever you want to call it. So you're going to feel that vibration, feel it vibrating every part of your being, which probably for most people would be easier anyway, because your literal physical voice is vibrating once you start the whisper and getting to doing it out loud. Might be a little harder for those not familiar with it while they're doing it mentally. What's also great about learning how to do it mentally, is you can create very powerful rituals that you're doing and nobody knows, because nobody hears anything on the outside. Only those really energetically sensitive, oh, something's up. Then they're going to know. So yeah, I hope this helps any who are watching this. And enjoy that. Try it out. Let me know how it works for you. If you feel a change in intensity, which I'm pretty darn sure you're going to feel. And any intensity of results, and maybe speed of which a spirit comes to you. You know, because there's the traditional way, I've heard, and utilized in like India, you know, where they chant a certain name a certain number of times using like mala beads, and 108 times, or certain multiplications of that, and then they get effects because of the layered amount of power accumulated over however many times, thousands of chants they do it. But you can drastically cut that time down by vibrating that way. Having it vibrate through the universe, or vibrate through your temple, vibrate through yourself, depending on how you want those powers to manifest, either within yourself or outside into your life. So give that a try. Let me know. And we'll talk soon. Good magic to you.